Okay, what day is it? It's Monday, right?
Monday.
Monday, May 8th. Where are we?
Ticonderoga, New York, in the Bicentennial State Park. Having lunch next to this beautiful waterfall.
And what's the body of water up there at the top?
Lake George.
Okay, and where is this going?
Lake Champlain.
And what were the events, the exciting events of the day here so far?
Been to the emergency room.
Been to the emergency room. Wasn't exactly an emergency, but only place to get medical care.
No.
So had a little sinus infection, I think. So got some medicine for that. Hopefully that'll clear up.
I think that's the first time in an emergency room when there was no wait.
Yeah.
Right? They took you straight back. You were in and out in 20 minutes.
Seemed longer, but
Half
maybe.
hour.
Yeah. And then you did laundry today, right?
Did laundry this morning. Wrote in the journal.
I tried to do some fishing, but didn't catch anything. Although I think I'm going to go get my rod and try this spot here. Give it a shot. Yeah. Morning. What day is it? What day is it?
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday the 9th of May. Where are we?
Day 11. Where are we? Lake George, Ticonderoga. We just got exciting news yesterday that Robin and Sangram are engaged.
Woo!
So that was exciting news. So congratulations to them. Tossing and turning all night last night with excitement.
Thinking about the upcoming wedding?
Yeah.
Nuptials?
Yep. So anyway, it's a good day. Looks like another nice day.
What's our new
outside.
motto?
Today's going to be a great day. Right?
It's going to be a great day, yeah. Right? Today's going to be a great day? Is that what the little girl said?
Today's going to be a great
Today's
day.
going to be a great day. Okay. All right. And where are we off to?
Conway, New Hampshire.
Conway, New Hampshire. For 2 nights. This is our little spot in Ticonderoga.
We had our first campfire last night. Cooked fish that Ed caught. And had s'mores with the great supplies that Sharon Shankar provided. So, it was a nice evening.
Now we're cooking breakfast in the microwave.
Yeah. That's it. Full spectrum here. Okay, where are we?
Vermont. On our way to New Hampshire. Outside of West Rutland.
Pretty scenery. Our handsome driver. He's growing that beard. Pretty covered bridge down there in Vermont.
One that we're not going across. Clearance is only 10 feet.
Wouldn't make it.
This is the Quechee Dam in the Quechee Gorge in Vermont.
Grounds. Woo. That's old stomping grounds. More to go.
View of the mountain range here, Mount Washington on the right. I don't know the names of these other mountains.
Maybe Jefferson.
Yeah, Jefferson is one of them, definitely. Yeah.
Mount Washington Hotel. Or technically the Mount Washington Resort.
Okay, so we made it through a whole night at Home Depot.
No problem. It was
No
very
wild
comfortable.
animals accosted us or anything like that, right?
Right. It's very peaceful.
And so what are we doing now?
We're headed up Mount Washington on the Cog Railway.
And what's the weather like up there?
Cold. 25 degrees with wind chill making it 5 degrees.
Yeah,
So we have our
gusts
layers
up to
on.
50 miles an hour, right?
Yep.
Great. Whose idea was this?
I think it was yours. Too slow on the camera. Keep missing Mount Washington. There she is. Mount Washington.
Over to Mount Washington today, and pushing you up safe and sound, you got engineer John, the M4 locomotive. Now, their average rate of 25% amongst our track. John cannot see ahead of us at any point on the ascending trip, so I stand out here no matter the weather condition, reassuring safety, making sure there's nothing wrong with the track and there's no debris in the way. But I do have a braking gauge currently, allowing this coach to only travel up our track system. We cannot go rolling back down. Now, as we start the trip off, I ask everyone kindly, just make sure you stay seated until I make the announcement. It is safe for you to stand up. And at that point, I don't mind if you play musical chairs if there is one available. And you can stand right in the doorway to get a photo. Especially with today's beautiful conditions, we got a visibility of 70 miles up here on the summit, which is definitely better than the average visibility of 25 to 50 feet, 74% of our entire year. And to start off the journey to the summit, we're going to be going right over the Ammonoosuc River. And if you're unfamiliar with this river here, this actually forms near the summit of Mount Washington in the Lakes of the Clouds. is not our travel speed. We are going to be picking up a little bit of speed here momentarily. And I do know we have this tree line here on the right, but if you are looking out towards the mountain ranges, these are our southern presidentials. And once we get above our 5,000 foot mark, we're going to be looking out across the northern presidentials. Back there letting us know we just hit the top travel speed of a whopping 5 miles an hour. It's as fast as we can operate out here. This is the point. I do not mind if you stand up, roam about the coach. It is your trip. If you have any questions about local areas, sites, or the operation, don't hesitate to scream up or come to the doorway and ask. I do not mind. Just make sure you do not step on the platform or grab a hold of the light bar on the ceiling. That is definitely not strong enough to use as a handrail.
Hey Dakota. Hello.
Yes.
Do you ever see any moose?
Now, the last moose I saw was 4 months ago up here at the Wombeck Station. And I won't trick you with it, but there's a fake moose I tricked the field trips with here on the tree line. You might see that hiding out in the shadow. And she was actually twice the size of the mannequin we got here on the right. But most of the time we're just seeing smaller critters next to the track, like fox and rabbit. But we definitely have a lot of white-tailed deer, coyote, and even black bear down on the base road. And we've even seen 4 black bears so far since winter's ended.
See the fake moose?
Now, if this happens to be your first time joining us at the railway, one of the most commonly asked questions that we do get, especially once we're hanging out on the summit, is who is crazy enough to want to build and design a track system on the side of Mount Washington, of all places. And the answer to that is Sylvester Marsh. And Mr. Marsh, a lot of folks didn't know, was actually a New Hampshire native, born in Campton, New Hampshire. Now, he grew up on a farm, leading him to be very mechanically inclined and the go-to guy around town. But when he turned 17, he got very bored of that, picked up his things, moved out to Chicago, where the population at the time was very low at only 300. And he became fortunate out there in the meatpacking and grain industry, and happily retired at the young age of 52. Now, unaware of what he wanted to do with his newfound retirement, he traveled himself back here to his homeland. But during his travels, he came down with dyspepsia, just a fancy word for heartburn or indigestion. And the doctor told him the only way he was going to feel better is if he got some nice fresh air and going out on hikes. Now, Sylvester Marsh, being nicknamed Mad Sylvester, took that and wrote down in his journal and said the doctor told him the only way he'll feel better again is if he hikes to the summit of Mount Washington. And surprisingly enough, he did make it up there, but he got caught in a nasty storm and got circled around for hours. But thankfully for him, he did stumble across the Tip Top House, which we will be able to see here on the summit, and they gave him refuge for the night. But surprisingly enough for him, he woke up the next day. It was an absolutely beautiful day. He could see for miles and noticed a steam train through in one of the valleys, and that alone is all it took to get the inspiration to want to build a track system on the side of the mountain. In a few years, he actually built a working model, brought it to the State House. Surprisingly enough, they quickly granted him with a 5-year charter. Just the biggest stipulation, he had to wait till the end of the Civil War before he could actually start building the track. So, being a smart man, he actually hired 300 Civil War soldiers at the end of the war, and they came out here, and in 3 summers, starting in 1866, they built this entire track and were able to ascend on July 3rd of 1869. So this year we are going to be celebrating our 154th anniversary. And when Sylvester Marsh did start the operation, a lot of folks with the trees being taken out thought that this was a logging operation. But this is actually America's first tourist attraction. That That was the only hopes and dreams behind the railway, was to bring folks up and down the side of the mountain without having to get caught in nasty storms, as he once did. He's got Brakeman Chuck. Now the way the operation works, unless you decide to ride right back down like these guys did, I'm going to drop you off on the summit for an hour, and then Chuck is going to come pick you back up. So on your way back down, you will not be with John and I, unless of course you choose, like they did, not to get off the coach and come right back down, which is actually the first time we've seen that in a while. It's not that bad, I'm not that bad. I was like 25 feet.
That's Nova Strand.
And on top of being your brakeman, I'm also one of our track crew members, so when we have the two tracks here, I love to point out that we're not actually connected to the mountain. So even as I ramble on, I'm actually going back and forth, looking up and down, making sure that all this blocking is level, because we're on a block and bent system here. We cannot be permanent to the mountain according to the charter agreement, so we follow that. Now the blocking is lifting the bent system up off the ground, of course, and then that bent is picking up the track to the required height and grade needed. You also may notice the numbers. I'm using those mainly for track inspection. If I see anything wrong, I'm going to let the rest of the track crew know. But on poor visibility days, the track's still on the summit, and I don't want to run us off into Tuckerman, so I pay close attention to that. That way I know where the end of the track is. Some folks may notice a very green rock here on the right. This one is painted. Now this is Rocky the Cog Frog Seal is some, but extremely important to us, especially for brakemen when the steam locomotive operation. Now we rely on visual aids out here. Our peripherals on our descent mean a lot to us because we got to see where we are, especially in the clouds. Because in the steam train, we're actually separated from that coach and locomotive on the way down. We're using our brake pressure so we don't overwork the train. So we see rocky, that's indication we're approaching those steeper grades. We absolutely need to put on more brake pressure. This is our long trestle that we have here at the railway. We're just about 25 feet off the ground. Now this was unfortunately wiped out back in 1938 by the only recorded hurricane to ever come through northern New England. And beyond our access road, we're going to see all the ski marks and the footprints. You're going to see some debris. Now we're still trying to clean that all up. We cannot just drag material across the mountainside. We can't damage anything. So that is actually debris from the hurricane in 1938. Anything here next to the track, that's re-railing. You can easily get that, and we are going to be cleaning that up very shortly. But with this being protected, the state asked us very kindly not to drag any of that material across the lichen moss or the tundra grass. And we are officially above our 5,000 foot mark, so we're above the tree line. However, these little bushes are not bushes at all. These are actually fully grown pine trees. These are called scrub pine. They average almost to 150 years of age, but they can only get a height of 3.5 feet max. After that, they actually start to grow wider.
Wait a minute. What's the situation? Where are you?
One of the best days of the year. Let's see, 70 miles?
70 miles, he said.
few good views down the Great Gulf coming up here on the right. You get this, an essence of how deep, over 1,000 feet, and how steep it is.
water originates somewhere.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Nice. On the next corner. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
My dad used to always say, it didn't no matter where you were. Top of the mountain, whatever you were shooting
just around
for,
the next
just
corner.
around the next corner. He'd be like, see that blue sky through there? That's it. And then we get up there. Wait, what? There's about 3 more mountain ranges we have to cross over.
Nice pictures, I bet.
Yes. Beautiful in here.
Isn't it? You ever been in here before?
No.
No
There's the
kidding.
White Mountains a lot, but never in here.
No
How
kidding.
about you?
Oh, many times, yeah. This is a nice trail,
Yeah.
and it's pretty going up to that waterfall there. That
Yeah.
is.
Very nice.
So, but it's a nice trail, really up to months. A nice day for it.
Sure is. So lucky with the weather.
Yeah.
Have you done a lot of hiking around here?
Yes.
You look like a hiker.
Well, thank you.
Up Mount Washington?
Well, last time I did it was on my birthday when I was 80 years old. That
Huh.
Wow.
that was, I don't
Good
know if
for
I'll be
you.
able to, I had done it at 75, and it was a lot harder at 80, I'll say that.
You did it though.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Well, I had a friend that was hiking with me, and that helps.
Oh,
Good to have a companion.
yeah.
I saw 2 people go by me when I was a little ways up, And then I saw 3 people who were going the other way when I got up to the summit. And when I was doing a loop across the Red Trail, whatever it's called, Red Rock Trail, and there was nobody. I mean, I was there. The Lord was with me. That was my company. That was my company. So
Yeah.
I won't let my wife know. She worries. She still worries about me. I don't really worry too much. But
She does it for you.
yeah, she makes up for it.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful, beautiful day.
Yeah.
These woods in here are got some nice trees.
Yeah. Beautiful.
They do a lot of logging up in this area, but they've left this area alone for a long time.
Yeah.
As you hike up the trails, you see every once in a while a logging trail will go by you. And of course, this trail, I'm sure, well, this wasn't the original part of the trail. This is on a different spot, going up to the Baths than it used to be. Anyway, there are logging trails still. Where is it? That may be the old one, I'm not sure. But it was in somebody's yard. It was a big driveway at the farm, so they had to make a change in there. So there's walk in here. What's this?
Yeah.
Goes out well.
You're doing a nice job.
There's another place that not quite sure where that one goes to. Probably goes straight up to the other one up here. Just geared it around. Makes a nice walk.
Yeah. You live up in this area?
Well, I have a place that's in Bartlett. So we just came up to check on it. We just got back from Arizona about a couple weeks ago. And so anyway, I grew up in Maine.
That's where we're headed next. Up
Oh,
to
good.
Acadia.
Yeah. Good for you. Oh, you love that place. That has great hiking opportunities. A lot of easy hikes. Enjoy it. Well, I mean, just take it easy on 'em,
Yeah.
and
Do what you can do.
yeah, just don't bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
It's coming down is the problem. Most people get in trouble. Their legs just give out on them.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, enjoy Maine. I'm Wayne.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you. Enjoy your hikes.
Ed and Lee.
Pardon?
We're Ed and Lee.
Ed and Lee.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're on a 6-month journey around the U.S.
We just retired
Just
a
retired.
month
did you
ago.
really?
Yep.
Bought an RV,
Wonderful.
and here we are.
Wonderful. That's
We've been out
great.
10 days, right?
Yep. Headed to Alaska.
What'd you say?
Headed to Alaska.
Oh, no kidding. Where did you start out from?
Maryland.
Okay, I went to dental school there.
Oh, wow.
University of Maryland, downtown Baltimore.
Oh, yeah. My daughter graduated from there. Well, from the medical school. Yeah.
Medical school. I
yeah.
think the medical school's down too in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed my time there selling good humors in the summertime.
That's great.
That was one of the best jobs I ever had.
All downhill from there, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Safe travels.
Have a good day.
All right. Enjoy the Acadia.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, what's the situation?
It's 3:50. We're headed to the
On
top
May 12th, right?
on May 12th, Friday, I think, and we're headed to the top of Cadillac Mountain for the sunrise. It's supposed to be the prettiest sunrise in Acadia.
Not just the prettiest, but the first sunrise in America.
Yeah, but only between
Certain
October
dates.
and March.
Oh, what happens after March?
I don't know.
Who gets the sun first in March?
Haven't
Oh,
researched that yet.
okay. Well, we're going to call it the first sunrise in America
Close
today.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, today is Sunday, May 14th. We are at Blackwoods Campground in Acadia. We're headed to Nova Scotia. So Ed,
We had an
what's
event-filled
happened?
24 hours.
Yes, tell us.
So we've been dry camping for the last 5 days, anyway, 5 days. And so we did have a chance to run our generators a little bit in the last 2 days, but apparently not quite enough to charge the batteries sufficiently for our usage. And so in the middle of the night, everything started beeping because it didn't have power. So the refrigerator started beeping, and the hot water heater started beeping, and what else started beeping? Everything started beeping. So I had to turn all that stuff off. And no lights, no water pump, no nothing. And so this morning, no heat, right? That wasn't bad, really.
No, that wasn't a problem.
So this morning it was just sort of pack up and go. And
Is this gonna be a problem? This
No.
car here.
pack up and go, and so we did that. But we did have an event-filled day yesterday too. We had our second visit to an emergency room because my eye and my face were still killing me, and thought I was having problems with my eye. So anyway, went to the emergency room. Turns out my blood pressure was really high, so it was a good thing that we went. The doctor prescribed some additional medicine to bring that down, and hopefully that'll work. He sort of told me my eye is fine and no worries there. And so that was fun. We on the bright side, we climbed a mountain yesterday, right?
Yeah.
We climbed Mount Kibo,
Yeah.
and we saw 2 owls. That was pretty cool, right?
Yeah. that
2
was
big
good.
owls.
It's the best wildlife
flying
we've
around.
seen.
Yeah. So you know, in general, it was a good day. It's been exciting. It's all part of the adventure, right?
Yes,
It's
and
all part of the adventure.
we're dealing with all of it.
Now we're gonna go dump our stuff.
Okay.
Okay, give us a rundown.
Okay, we're headed to Prince Edward Island in Canada, and we're headed over the bridge now.
Yeah.
We're headed over the Confederation Bridge to the island. It's the only way to get over there unless we're fingers covering. Unless you take the ferry, so it costs $50.
In 600 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
It's $50 to cross this bridge on the way back. We're going to do a loop of the coast of Prince Edward Island and see what we see. We don't know a whole lot about the island yet, so more
what
to
day
come.
is it?
Oh gosh, that's a tough question. Monday, May 15th.
Okay, here we go, across the bridge.
Okay.
Watch out. Hazard reported ahead.
Are you seeing anything? Okay, here we are on Prince Edward Island. See lots of pretty farmland. We're driving the coast. Heading northwest to the cliffs. Anything to add in?
Turn left on Route 1A.
They grow potatoes here.
Grow 25%, I think, if I remember that correctly. 25% of the country's potatoes are grown here on Prince Edward Island. Probably in these fields right now that we're looking at.